had been completely waylaid by like a lava goose with a butt for a head. You know, he was just charred to a crisp. He looked like an overcooked meatball. And I initially went in there thinking he was going to have to go under hospice care, because again, he was beyond fucked up. But then they went, no, just give us his Pokeball and put it in the machine, and bloop, 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 and then he was completely fine. I was just like, crap, guys, what can this thing do? I remember the other day I saw somebody bring in like a giant squirrel that had been totally decimated by a laser from a cosmic whale, and you think that one was just dead, right? No. Again, they put him in the little doodad, and he's all fine. And I was asking her, like, is there a reason we have not transposed this technology to humans? She's like, no, it won't work on humans because it's only for Pokeballs. I was like, can't you put a person in a Pokeball? They're like, no, because Pokemon are genetically predisposed to shrink, so we can only do it with them. And I was like, first of all, what are you smoking and how can I get some? Second of all, you're saying every living organism on this planet can shrink except us? I do not get this in the slightest. Assumedly, at least one of these Pokemon is a simian offshoot of our ancestry, and given that shrinking under duress is so common, you'd think it must have been something that was a survival technique. So if humanity was the only one that didn't have that skill, we would have been, like, obliterated. So are you sure that we can't do it, or you just don't want to try? Because I bet there's several thousand people out there rotting away from liver cancer, you know, would jump at the chance for some ball reduction experiment if it meant they would live a little longer. I phrase that wrong. Never mind. I'll come up with a better way to say that, but I feel like you know what I mean. Anyway,